So you're old, they tell us.
I'm not old. I'm very young. I don't know what they're talking about.
How do you see yourself fitting in here?
I see myself actually fitting in really well. I have prided myself all my career on doing the intangible things, the things that don't show up on the box score. You know, people aren't talking about, the media aren't talking about, like setting screens, diving on the floor for loose balls, just playing defense. So I think that's where I fit in well with this team.
Does your prior experience with Cheryl play into that? I mean, is there a good connection there because of that?
My relationship with Cheryl, it definitely plays a huge part in that. I'm comfortable with her, she's comfortable with me. She knows that day in, day out, I'm going to give 110%. Whatever it is that I have, it's going to be 110. And I'm willing to do anything for this team.
They obviously have a pretty good core and kind of a set starting lineup already. I mean, just in terms of minutes and playing a role and that kind of thing, being a veteran. Has it been a while since you've sort of been in you know, a 6th or 7th spot off the bench kind of role?
It's been a while, but I'm actually one of those vets that I love that position. I love coming off the bench. I think there's a lot of energy that can be brought coming off the bench, and that's a tough spot to be in. I think there's a lot of pressure with that spot. You know, there's a lot of things you have to think about in the game. Well, how many team fouls do we already have? So you can't come in and make a ridiculous foul. Or what's the situation in the game? Do we time and score? And that's where I pride myself, and I think I strive there.
Another thing too, when you look at other people you might play with in a second unit, just how skilled that group is. Maybe the amount of depth this team has, maybe versus some other teams in the league.
Definitely. I thought about that. Even playing in Dallas last year, I always said that this is the team with 2 starting fives. Anybody from the bench can go and be a starter on any other team in the league. So that's always a great thing to come and be on a team where you can have 2 starting fives. So that means any night, anybody can step up and show up and have a really big game for you.
All the intangibles and the toughness things that you're talking about, how much of that did you learn from her?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
How much of all the toughness things that you're talking about, how much of that did you learn from Bill Laimbeer?
I think it was already in me. I think he just brought it out of me. Bill was really great at having those physical teams, and he brought in people that were physical and that had that mental toughness. And I think I already had it in me, and I was just kind of a little shy to bring it out, but he definitely brought it out of me.
You don't seem shy.
I was back in the day, but I've grown a whole lot.
You talked about looking forward to setting up screens for everybody. How is that coming along in practice? How effective are your screens?
My screens are very effective. I think they're great. I think my teammates get off on them really well, and I score a lot of points in practice because when I set a screen and Gia or Renee comes off and they score a basket, I scored it too, so I score a lot of points.
So you haven't run into anybody yet?
I think they kind of know, so the rookies are the ones that are pretty much getting it, but yeah, the vets pretty much know what kind of screens I'm going to set, so I kind of try to take it easy on them, especially Simone, because she's got brittle bones and stuff like that. But yeah.
Cheryl kind of briefed us on what it was like to run into one of your screens, so I think we have.
Yeah, it's like running to that brick wall over there. It's not very comfortable when you hit me.
Cheryl often talks about how, as players get older, some of the other veterans on this team, they've got to develop different parts of their game. It's more about being smart than it is necessarily about being young and quick. How have you developed, your game in that way? What have you developed over the years?
I don't think I've learned anything. I don't think I've learned to develop other parts of my game. I think I just love the contact, and I don't think my body knows anything different. And I think that when I'm not being hit and not hitting people, my body has an adverse reaction. So, I just keep doing me, and that's the biggest thing. I don't think I'm old. I don't think I'm older. I don't think I'm the oldest player on this team. I feel like I'm still just as young as some of these rookies.
Does that help you kind of bridge the gap in the rosters? You have some very experienced players and some players who've never even seen a WNBA court before. How do you bridge that, with that kind of roster?
I think it's just a learning curve. Like, they just have to kind of stay up with us. This is a team that we have a tendency to, in practice, to go a little faster and expect a little bit more from the rookies. So I think right now it's hard for them, but in the long run, it'll help them become better players faster than most players that are in a younger atmosphere. We tend to do a lot of things that we think is common sense that really doesn't help them a lot, and we try to think faster. So it's kind of like they're tied on to a rope and we're just yanking them around. So I mean, they're learning pretty fast, which is great, and we just try to, you know, keep them involved and keep them with their minds going and being mentally tough every possession.
Simone talked about getting some help on Instagram Live from the rookies. Have they showed you anything yet?
They haven't showed me anything because I have Instagram, and I've had Instagram, and I might post like 15 pictures in a whole year. So I don't really know much about this social media, you know, craze with Instagram, but they don't do too much Instagram and Snapchat around here. It's kind of, I guess, because we're always in practice.
When you were a young player in this league, who was the player that was the mentor?
I had a lot. You know, when I got to Detroit, it was all those guys. It was Katie Smith, Deanna Nolan, Elaine Powell, all those guys, just watching the way that they worked, the way that they went after things, the way that they just went about business every day and worked hard, no matter if they were hurt, sick, tired. And I think that's just what I looked up to. You know, I want to be that vet that's always going to be out there and give whatever I have that day.